What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Nana. That's James. That's Josh. As you always know. Today we got another, I guess you can say special edition, maybe. Just like we had in Charlotte, a conversation with our friends. Today we are actually in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Big foes.
We in Atlanta. All right. So real quick, we gonna go around and have everybody introduce themselves. We're gonna start from the left.
My name is Evan. IG is Pluto Sam.
My name is Vontae. IG Devontae Hardy.
My name Nab. Into the AAB. IG official Nab.
You already know who it is, man.
They don't know. They don't know.
I ain't even gotta describe myself. I don't know who I am. Mr. Enjoyment himself.
I am dead.
That's trouble.
You know what I mean?
Trouble. Senior trouble.
That's how a lot of people roll, huh?
Yeah.
Trouble guys.
You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna go straight into it. I see majority of us here are all from Ghana. That's why I asked you where you're from.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So,
Don't feel sad about it.
no. You might. I mean, just throw out your experiences.
He's Ghanaian by association.
You've been around these guys long enough to feel at home. All right, so we're gonna start. This is a conversation about being in the church, right? In y'all families, where y'all like, did y'all have? Because in my family, almost every uncle, every man in my family is a pastor. You feel me? So did y'all have that type of experience where y'all like forced to go to church?
Man,
every
You said every morning.
bro, every Sunday
morning.
morning.
That's the next level, Pastor.
My bad, you two. Let me rephrase that. Every Sunday morning, we was the first ones at church. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
My mom and dad were deacons, or are deacons, so and deaconesses. So we always had to be there first sometimes. That's how it was.
And Nate, I look at you. I look at church going, you went to, no look.
And I look at me. Whoa. I'm becoming deacon.
Amen.
What church? What do you mean? Please.
PIWC. 3772 Pleasantdale Road, Mumbai.
I'm weak. What about
At
you?
least you had it good. You said
Oh,
it was really like that.
It was like that.
Until like I started driving, like I could sleep in a little bit, like go a little later, cause it's like I'm gonna come, but you know what I'm saying.
You're coming your own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really like you gotta get up and go.
Pretty much that's how it was. It was in my household, it was like I was forced to go to church as a kid, but then as I started getting older, and then you start being able to make your own decisions if you want to go or if you don't want to go, then it's like, you know, do you want to go this? You know, do you want to go to Sunday? Nah, I'm fine. Stay at home, you know, whatever. But then, hey,
Shit.
yeah.
Now you want to go get up and get ready.
That's how it was.
Yeah.
My mom did not play. It's church.
Church on the highway.
What about now?
Now it's a little bit more relaxed, like they said. Like, you know, when you start driving, it's a different experience. You can choose when you go.
When you move out and like start doing your
move
whole
out,
thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's 5. Technically, it's like 4 Sundays in a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those Sundays you go to church?
I said like 2.
50%. 50%. That's it. It's 2. I'm not gonna lie, I used to do it every Sunday.
Where you at now?
But this month I haven't been yet.
Why though?
Hey, shit.
It be like
I
that.
can't wake up.
It'd be like that. When you working, I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta. The church gotta be your house, man. You gotta be your home. You gotta do it at the house. Sometimes you can't make it.
Honestly, COVID, I feel like made me I gotta go to the mall.
No lie, COVID did make
A lot of people do online church too. So it kind of made people.
even when I was driving.
But now it's like, I watch it.
Option of watching.
I watch it,
So
yeah.
that made a lot of people lazy. So
Nah, I never like online service. I'd rather just go with the 5 people that I go. Because if I'm gonna be distracted, I'm gonna be on my phone all the time.
Me too.
Time's just gonna pass by.
I feel that. What about being forced to do stuff? Because for me, I sang, I played bass guitar. I helped out in different things in the church.
I ain't do shit.
I
Make sure your face. He said,
I feel like maybe the blessings from doing all that, like, you know, matters now. Because it's like, you know, I was supposed to do like move drums, clean. I did it for so many years, you know what I'm saying? So, and like eventually it was like, even if I didn't go to church, I swing by, you know, sweep up, clean up.
Okay,
So they count, you know, a good habit, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool, like, you know. But now I feel bad because I can barely even make Sunday service. I can't.
You can make it. You
no
just
money,
choose
you know
not
what
to
I'm
make it sit.
saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
It's Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
We'll see you there. What about anybody else? Yeah. Man, they tried to get me to play the drums. Didn't work out. The piano didn't work out. I'm like, it's not for me. It's not my question.
Yeah. Oh no! One time, our choir master tried to get me to join the choir.
Hell no.
Hey, we just did that. They made me.
Yeah, they
we all used to use it.
When we was a youth though, that was a youth.
Yeah, that was when I was a youth. He was like, you know, people that sing, they live longer. I was like, it's okay. When God's time is ready, when God is ready, I'm good. Yeah.
No, but y'all remember back in the day, like we used to have the youth conventions and stuff like that, right? We used to have to perform from the damn convention.
Yeah.
Like we used to have like 2 or 3 months. Every Saturday we used to go and practice for like a 5-minute performance. Bro, like, come on. Our parents are gonna be like, oh yeah, good job. Because then my parents, they gotta be like, good job. But in reality, bro, we suck.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't like about that, helping out in the church or whatever, is like when it's not in you to do it and it feels like you're forced to do it. It doesn't feel the same. You used to get the blessings. Yeah. That's the thing. That's it. I don't think you get the blessings because you feel like you're being forced to do it.
Yeah.
What? Did you have anything to do in the church?
In the church? Oh man, what? They tried to set me up with everything.
I even did.
They tried, but
it didn't work.
It didn't take.
I feel like you saying. I feel like it's good to help out and
Like even to this day, like if I go and they're cleaning around, you know,
emphasis on if.
I'll jump in, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, why not? It's like I don't gotta be forced to. Like nobody gotta ask me anymore. It's like, you know. So I guess eventually it just depends on how, you know, you're forced to do it. So it's cool.
I got you. All right, moving away a little bit from the church. At what age would you guys think that like you were able to say no to like your parents, as far as like them having you to do stuff and like not having any consequences behind it? There's always consequences.
Yeah, it might be like, you know, the consequences might be like, okay, you say no, and then when you try to like do something later on,
you're like, oh, you learn your lesson.
Like you trying to take the car out. No keys, and you can't go.
It's always consequences.
That's crazy.
So it's like, no keys.
But if y'all had that conversation with, because you know, as we're all growing, I feel like there's a point where you gotta sit down with moms, or I don't know if everybody's parents, like both parents in your life, and have that conversation like, all right, look, this thing that you do or this thing that you say, it ain't cool. Like, you not do it anymore, or y'all just the type that just go with the flow. Like, you say whatever it is, what it is.
I don't know. I feel like over time, it just stopped complaining. Like, for me, like, you know, I didn't have the conversation, but like, you know, if you said, you know, I didn't really do nothing or say nothing. Or, you know, if you said come home by 12 and I come by 3 a.m. you're not gonna be
That's how it is. It's like one day you wake up and now you coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning and it's like,
hair in your chest.
Yeah, they're gonna have that conversation with you. Like, I thought I told you to come home at 12, and then you'd be like, well, you know, I'm this age, and you know, it's just like one of those. It's just one of those.
It's more like,
yeah.
Right. It is what it is. Like,
what my parents did though, they would like lock both locks though. So
lock you out?
Yeah, they would, and then I either have to knock on the door. If they didn't answer, then like
you sleeping in the car.
I had to sleep in the car. Or I just have to sleep at whoever house I was at. It was like, well, just stay where you at then.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it was. But
that's crazy.
As you get older, I mean, I wasn't really at home as much anyway. I was working, I was doing my thing, you know, have a relationship. So it's like, you know, I'll just go to my girlfriend's house, you know.
So you said, I don't need you. He said, I don't need you. You had a backup option.
Yeah, I had backup options. And then, you know, it was all love. It was just, I mean, you coming in at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I mean, you gotta lock up the house. So it's like, I mean, they ain't have no choice. They weren't about to leave the door unlocked.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What you not know? I don't know. I just feel like there's not a certain. To me, like the big conversations I've had with my mom, where she might say something, or that I'll be, hey, like, you know, that's not cool. You feel me? But I don't think it's because at the end of the day, it's still your parent. You know what I mean? To me, it's just hard to say no to that. I'm a single child, just my mom alone, whatever. So it's hard for me to say no, but I feel like there's some things that are said or some conversations that I feel like you do need to have with a parent to like differentiate. But even though we're becoming our own adult, you know what I mean? It's just certain ways or some things that you shouldn't say or do, you feel me?
I think it's more easier like in this newer generation to have those conversations with parents because like for me, I'm probably a little bit older than you guys, but growing up, it wasn't too much of like having a conversation with your parents. It was like either
Deal with the highway.
we do it, or you know what I'm saying, like again, like I said, like just don't come back, you know what I'm saying, tonight or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like now I see kids.
That's not punishment.
Yeah.
Like outside.
Yeah, so now I see kids like where they're able to like have conversation with their parents because the whole generation thing has changed and like parenthood has changed and everything where you can have a conversation with your parents and your parents actually listen to you and your parents will be like, well, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, growing up, I mean, but that's more in the American culture.
I see how they
that's more in the American culture. I know like more like in you guys' culture is like, you know, the parents, like even when you're adults, it's still like it's their way.
I think that's. I mean, I don't necessarily blame them either. 'Cause I feel like that generation, they're only doing what they know. That's what their parents did. I feel like we're a generation where we actually adapt to what is going on, how life is right now. So I don't. Josh, you disagree?
What's going on in your life, Josh?
Nah, I got chill parents, but like my thing is like I don't understand like why they can't adapt because like they see it everywhere. They see it all around. Like, they don't just stick with their ways no matter what.
I feel like it's more of that's how my parents did to me.
Yeah.
So I should do the same.
It's more
to
stubborn.
you.
It's stubbornness. It's like, you know, that's just more what it is. It's like you said, it's
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Type of mentality.
exactly. I turned out just fine. So this is how I want you to turn out.
The process works.
Right,
Yeah.
Or at least they think they turned out fine.
Yeah, exactly, man. Let's say things.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, please.
Don't let them see this.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Now, me personally, I had chill parents. Like my parents, well, no, my dad wasn't chill, but my mom was pretty chill. My
Still
dad, my dad, if I said something, he'd play victim. Like, what have I done to you? It's like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not even doing that thing. So that was my parents.
Wow.
I am dead. I know. We all born here or y'all born back home?
No.
I was born here.
You born here?
Yeah, I was born here.
No wonder. You born?
I was born in Ghana.
You born in Ghana?
Yeah.
When did you move here?
At 12.
12. It's like
That's 11.
11. And Josh, you born here, right? So ones that were born in Ghana. Did y'all have chores?
Chores?
Yeah.
Me, I was the back kid. Nah.
No, we did, low key. Like all my siblings, like everybody do something. Like, you know,
Well, give me an example.
in the crib. Man,
Because
what?
I want to see if mine is worse than anybody else's. In.
What? Like I said, like chores was like at ages, right? So different ages was different chores. Like,
You graduated.
you leveled on your chore, like you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like little kids will be like little stuff like clean your room, or then you like wash dishes, you know, type like type shit, like
Hey, nothing.
bro. Then it's like later on you get a little okay, like now you gotta like start like vacuuming and like, making making sure like the crib, making sure everything good, like it's different chores that kept adding on. There's like laundry. Like bro, it's like
Then just pay the bills.
it's like,
You live here, you have to pay the bills.
no, that's like levels too. Like my pops, like he would have me out, like for real. Be like, yo, grass. There's like, yo, you fixing the car? Be like, yo,
Hey,
let's go.
Fixing the car?
That was his hobby. So he would include me in his hobby type shit.
Wow.
So he like taught me how to change everything.
What kind of slavery have you done? The way you said this. You went through slavery.
When I was back home, my mom was here. This is like 2006,
Yeah.
2005, 2006. I was living with my uncles. I used to have to wash the dog bowls.
Huh?
What?
Oh, the dog bowls.
Dog bowls. Dog and the cat bowls.
Oh,
The bowls that they eat in.
Oh.
We had like his house. It was big,
Yeah.
and just a whole bunch of like cats and a couple of dogs. That was my chore to wash their bowls early, like every morning before I went to school.
Oh wow.
They thought he was underneath the dogs.
That's not even the worst one. So I had to wash the dog bowls and everything. Then my uncle, his underwear, they wear tight like these. When it's washed, I had to iron one.
Oh,
Iron tell you why you say this.
Nah, he did not love you.
That was a kind of choice.
And the one, just handkerchiefs. You know, back then handkerchiefs was like a big thing.
Nah, he did not
Now
love
tidy
you.
white is crazy.
Yeah.
It was just me and my mom, my little brother.
Yeah.
So it was like, go to school, come back, eat, go play. That's all it was.
Oh man.
So
I had the soft life,
like,
nigga. I had the soft life.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I had this off
He was a slave.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I look back like what did I do to you? I really deserve that. Did y'all, what's the worst punishment you ever gotten? Like beating or any like worse
Shoot,
than
the smoothest one I got is my dad hit me in the eye with a belt by accident. You feel me? I'm moving. He hit me, and I think I started to bleed like right here. After that, my dad never touched me again. Smooth. Smooth.
Yeah, I ain't know you beat.
Worst.
My parents they were more passive. Like they wouldn't really like beat me, but they knew the things that were really like. Cause I used to like as a kid, we used to love going outside. You know, like you as a kid you want to go outside, or you like to play your game. So it was like my dad, he'll be petty. He'll be like, you can't go outside for one day. Bro, they used to kill.
One day.
Bro, they used to be the worst punishment to me. It was like, what? Everyone's outside, you know. So it was just like they knew the things that was gonna like, you know, make me real mad. They knew I loved to go outside, so they'll take that away from me.
One of the ones that really got me. This was one of the last times my mom beat. Was it the last time?
They got beat the other
So-
day. I don't get
When my mom was in Ghana before she moved here, our house that we lived in, the way the entrances was set up, there's two doors that goes into the living room and then her room. So it's pretty much like two exits. So she had bought this like radio. You know, back then cassette players were a big thing. She specifically told me, "Don't touch it."
You're a dumbass there, bitch.
As a kid, you tell a kid not to touch something. What are you gonna do?
I was listening.
You gonna tell him I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah.
So she gets home and I played. I did everything I wanted to do, and I tried to put it back perfectly, exact way I took it. Some way, somehow, this lady knew that I had moved and touched this cassette player. So what she did, she just waited. She didn't say nothing. So I was chilling. I was watching TV or something, and she locked the front door and then the back door, and put the key in her back pocket. Took her belt off. That was probably one of the worst beatings I ever had.
You just did too much, nigga. Like, damn.
It's I wasn't really a bad kid though. That's the thing. But when my mom was gonna beat me, she was gonna beat me.
One time, I don't remember why, but I think my dad did something to me, and I was pissed. And so we have like these like cabinets, like you know, like the bathroom cabinets. So I went upstairs and I broke it. My dad was furious.
You broke the cabinet?
Broke the cabinet.
What age was
When you
this?
become white,
Why?
nigga.
I don't know, bro. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And so my dad beat me, and he made me ask God for forgiveness. Why just beat me?
Yo, I'm weak. Why he was beating you?
Yeah, why not beat me?